Welcome to Spenelli Speaks. Hello everyone, I am doing a tag today, and this tag I have been holding on to for a really long time. So if you are new to my channel, hello, I'm Danny. I'm so happy to have you here in my awesome birthday month. I've been putting out content every day. I hope you've been enjoying it. And today I'm going to be doing the over 30 book tag. Yes, I'm over 30. I've been over 30 for a couple of years. So the first time I saw this tag was back in February when Olive at A Book Olive did this tag. And I wasn't tagged in anything, but I was like, oh my gosh, I want to wait and do that during my birthday month. So here I am doing the over 30 book tag. Now this tag originated on Emily's channel over at Ink Not Blood. I will link both Emily and Olive down below, so make sure that you check their channels out. And I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the questions. There are only 6 questions. Apparently when you get older, you only have to answer a few tag questions. So the first question in this over 30 book tag is name one of your favorite books that features a protagonist who is 30 years old or older. Now, I don't know many 30-year-olds in books that I can think off the top of my head. So I thought of all of the books that I know are my favorite books. And Mrs. Dalloway is one that popped up. And Clarissa in Mrs. Dalloway is about 50 years old, in her 50s. Love this. It's a classic by Virginia Woolf. I love Virginia Woolf's writing. This month I'm actually going to be reading some of her essays, so I'm super excited about that. The second question, name a book that represents who you were when you were younger. And I actually picked a series, and that is the Chronicles of Narnia. And some of you may be thinking, Danny, that's a movie cover. I know. I don't like movie covers. However, this was at a rummage sale in practically mint condition for $1. I think I can get over it. So ooh, a bookmark. That's definitely not my bookmark. Anywho, Chronicles of Narnia definitely represents me when I was younger because the children in this book escape into other worlds and have great adventures, and that's how I felt like when I was younger. I would open up a book and I would be immersed in that world and I would just enjoy it, and I would read and read and read and read and read. So definitely what I feel represents me when I was younger. So the next question here is name a book that represents where you are in life now. And I picked 2 because I feel like I'm still kind of transitioning. I'm getting married in October, so my life is going to continue to evolve. And so the first one I picked is Abby Waxman's The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. Now, if you watch my channel, you know this is probably my favorite book this year, and it just shows a woman who is a total bookworm, totally socially awkward. Not that I'm socially awkward all the time, sometimes on camera, but anywho, total bookworm, and kind of get into the romance, and I've got romance in the bag, I think. Socially awkward, but just totally have a kinship with her as a character, so I feel like she really represents kind of where I'm at in my life. And the second book that I'm going to pick for this prompt is Confessions of a Domestic Failure by Bunmi Ladatan. This book is so gonna be me. It is all about a married woman who has just had her first child, and she is just sucking at life, or at least she thinks she is, and yoga pants galore. I feel like that's gonna be me, and I'm just anticipating it. And forget about what to expect when you're expecting. I'm gonna be reading that book again come a couple years from now. So definitely what represents me now. So the fourth question in this prompt is, name a book that represents something that has never changed about you. And I definitely have to pick Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. I feel like I've always kept to my true intentions in life. I haven't really faltered on what I think is right or wrong. If anything, may have gotten stronger. I am very prideful of those things. I definitely think that fits the prompt for number 4. So the next question, number 5, I think is pretty funny because in the last couple of questions, I have had a couple of classics. You know, we had Narnia, which is considered a classic. We had Mrs. Dalloway, which is considered a classic. And we have Pride and Prejudice, which is considered a classic. So I think it's safe to say I enjoy classics. But since we want to keep this train going, and I'll have a different book here, I would say another classic that I really enjoy is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I read this back in high school and then again later on in life, a couple times actually, and I don't know, I think it's maybe an unpopular opinion. Not a lot of people like this that I've heard of, but I adore this book. I think it's super tragic, but so atmospheric, and just Nick's whole understanding of what's going on, you really feel like you're in his shoes, and sometimes you aren't really aware of what's going on, and I think that's so true in life. So I really enjoyed this book. So this last prompt is, name a book you like or would like to read that was published in the year you were born. So I was born in 1986, woo woo 80s, and I am going to tell you about a book, and actually a comic book, that I read and adored. I know it's not a very good topic, but Art Spiegelman's Mouse was published in 1986, and this is a comic series that talks about World War II and the German occupation in Germany. The Nazis are represented by cats in this comic, and then the Jewish population is represented as mice. And this comic series is so good. I mean, I was blown away at how well done this was. The art is beautiful. The story is amazing. I come back to this every once in a while and reread it just because it is such a moving piece. I went several years ago to the Milwaukee Art Museum when they had their comic exhibit, and they included a lot of Art Spiegelman's pieces, and it was very interesting to see it blown up and much larger, and to see other pieces of his work. So that's really an amazing piece, and I highly recommend that if you're interested in historical graphic novels, to definitely pick this one up. It comes in a 2-part series. It's very good. So those are all the prompts for the over 30 tag. I am not going to tag anybody because I'm not about to call out anybody and say if they're 30 or not, because either I could be wrong, or they don't want me to know that, or I just don't want to offend anybody. So if you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged, and please let me know if you've done it. I'd love to watch your tag as well. Until next time, I hope you're reading something great. I hope that you are taking care and staying safe. And if you are over 30, well, good for you. Till next time, guys, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye.